Hello, everyone. We're back to JNation 2025, and with me is Nikhil, and I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing your last name.
Nanivadekar.
Exactly. So, Nikhil.
How long have we known each other, Andres?
Yes, I know, but what is my last name?
Almiray?
Yes, you got it right. So I am in the wrong. So could you say some words about yourself? Could you introduce yourself, please,
Sure.
Nikhil?
So I'm Nikhil Nanivadekar. I'm a principal engineer at Amazon, working in creative tech and generative AI.
Okay. So I know. Is this your first time at JNation?
Yes, it is. I'm enjoying it. It's my first time in Portugal, actually.
Also, okay. So what do you think of the event so far?
It's phenomenal. I mean, the organizers have done such a great job, like starting from like even the communications to all the facilities that are there, and the talks. Like, I mean, there were a few other talks that I wanted to attend, but they were going while I was presenting. So, but there's not a single talk that I wouldn't want to go to, and that's just amazing.
Yeah, when you go to an event where you are presented with a hard choice, should I go with this one or the other? It's that when you know that the organizers put a lot of effort creating the content and or putting the schedule.
100%, yeah, 100%. And like it is also very well balanced. Like what I like is that there is enough time even between breaks. Like these are the small things that are really important, according to me. And even though the audience, during my session, like everyone was just attending. It gives the energy, like it as a presenter, it actually feels with an engaging audience to keep on going.
And in the fact that, well, you missed some of the content that you really wanted to see that happened to be at the same time your session. Every other session in this event is recorded, so you will be able to watch those recordings later. So you missed your chance at the time it did happen, but you not necessarily will miss the chance later when all the recordings become available.
Yeah, definitely. And I already have a bookmark of the talks that I want to go watch and spend some time separately. So yeah, that's amazing. I also really like the hallway track. Like I was just like even walking to my session, had a few really great conversations, sharing of ideas. That's what I really love about conferences, where it's the energy of the audience, it's the hallway track, just learning and cross-pollinating across all these ideas that are there.
And specifically about your session, so what was the topic?
So the topic was multimedia creation using generative AI. It's essentially like the TLDR of that is how we at Amazon we use GenAI to create images and videos with just essentially text inputs or sometimes even no inputs, like where the input is just the product for which you want to generate an image or a video.
Okay, and what sort of technologies, if you're able to disclose those things?
Oh yeah, I mean it's out there, and like essential, like taking a step back, it's like we're using the same technology that like is actually available for everybody. Like it's pretty much built on the AWS stack, which is there, and it uses large language models. And then the beauty of the solution is that we created a declarative way of working for scientists using what we call as a software development kit model, where the scientists could just write some functional code as a set of declarative steps, and then engineers behind the scenes wrote code that interpreted it to convert to a workflow graph, which would get deployed. And then that allowed us to, when we found out that like not a single model was, there was no one model that was giving us the outputs that we really were happy with, we had to daisy chain them and like create a workflow out of it. We had to invent a new solution to simplify the process.
Okay, and so is there anything else? I really have to ask because I know that you are a Java champion. What is the connection to Java in this case, if there is any?
So essentially, if you look at it, the SDK that is there, I'll definitely accept it's built on Python, because that's the language of choice that the scientists had, because they were our first customers when we built that workflow solution that is there. But behind the scenes, at the end, the actual work that ends up happening to convert it to a workflow graph, to actually expose it as services and so on and so forth, it's I would say it's actually Kotlin based.
Okay, so it continues to be JVM.
Yeah, yeah.
So as you may be aware, this is the 30th anniversary of Java. So
Yay, Java is 30.
yes, it's amazing how fast time flies. Do you have any particular stories that are connected to the history of Java, something that you would like to share with the audience?
So I think for me, the primarily thing was that I started using Java when, like my first JDK version was Java 5. And like writing Java 1.5, I should call it, and then just writing like the for loops and the lack of functional programming that was there. And then we have Eclipse collections, as you know, I'm the project lead for, where when Don Rapp created the library, he actually uh, built it in such a way that you could write functional style code. And seeing that, like, transition from like a simple like for loops, if statements kind of a thing, to a much more functional style programming using like, streams, using other libraries like Eclipse collections, and just the beauty of the things that are working, and they're working at scale. That's, to me, it's like, super special, because if I look back, like that has been pretty much my career.
Yeah, just to put it in context, Java 1.5 came out in 2004, and Streams and Lambdas were added in version 8, which came out in 2017. So that's
Yeah.
21 years for 1.5 and 8 years for 8.
Yeah, I mean, that is just like crazy, like, and that just shows the level of innovation, right? For example, this morning we had gone for a run, and like someone was saying, okay, so what's new in Java? And then we're like, something new comes every 6 months. So from like, do you want to define new from like, 6 months ago, or like, a year ago, or like 3 years ago, right? And that's it. Like, stuff like seal classes, like mainly type safety. Like, I would tell you this, like when I said before in my talk, like the scientists' favorite language was Python, and that's what they preferred. When I was helping build the workflow solution, I did miss the type safety of Java, like the compile safety. And like, you just know that, okay, if it compiles, like you get that confidence, right? Like, and you can't get that like with uh, other languages, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, so thank you very much, Nikhil, for your time. Is there anything else that you would like the audience to be aware of?
I would say that, like, if you have not been to JNation, you should definitely try to come and have that
For sure.
experience. It's like I've been to multiple conferences, and I'm impressed, and I would want to come back over here. And lots of quality talks. Like, make sure you spend time in, like, watching the content that is put out there.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nikhil, for your time, and thank you, everybody else, for watching.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Andres.